What is up, everyone? It's your boy AndroidPAW, and today I'll be commentating a casual match I have with my friend Zero Class D, also known as Ray, who was the Philippine representative for the Grand Asia Open back in 2025. It's a match between Glowing Dawn and Three Musketeers, the top dogs of the BT25 format, together with TS Bears, Jupitermon, and Volcanosmon. I'm just trying out some new content outside of game reviews, so I'll be posting more TCG related stuff soon. And shoutouts to my boy Jake for the footage. And here we go. Looks like I'll be starting this match, I believe. Security has been set, and what's the move here? We are trying to emulate a competitive setting with the stands there for the cards, and here we go. Egg has been hatched. We're Glowing Dawn goes into the Lylemon for the Evo, and what's the move here? Definitely has options of playing E-Pulse to play a card to summon a Gekomon to search, but instead goes for a Tomorrow and Kyoshiro. And as you can see earlier, there was that memory situation right there. So Tomorrow and Kyoshiro only gets you one memory if your opponent has a Digimon on board. But right now, instead, Ray gets 4 memory, gets to play off an Asuna, and trashes the Black Gatomon. Right now, it's a really good position for him because he can play the Black Gatomon if he gets enough memory to trigger the Asuna next turn. And here we go. Pushes out, adds one card underneath the Tamer again, and no memory gain as there is no Digimon on board. It is the Lylemon Digivolves and Digivolves for 2. Unfortunately, the effect was not triggered for the Evo cost reduced 1. So that's a misplay for AndroidPAW right there. Could have just evoed for cost 2 and still had 2 memory to spare. And here we go. What's the move? Swings and activates the egg when attacking, trashes 1 from under the Tamer, gains 3000 DP, and Digivolves into what? Digivolves into a Monarch Lysamon for cost -2 instead of paying for 3 to Evo, and trashes another card from our Tamer. There goes the Mem Boost, another Tomorrow, plays the Gekomon, and now gets to add 1 beatbreak card and 1 card underneath the Tomorrow Tamer. Thinking right now what to add. Ooh. Realizes the mistake. Chooses to add the Tradesmon, I believe, underneath the Tamer, and puts the Reina underneath at the bottom of the deck. And trying to check if he can still do Alliance. Alright, gets the go ahead and says Alliance is good to go. Plus 3k, plus another 3k from... That's a 14k, 2 checks. 15k from the Alliance check, and there we go. Gets to live Scopemon and builds their Lady Devimon in the trash. And this is like dangerous right now because all the pieces needed for a combo are in the trash right now for Zero Class D. And there we go. AndroidPAW Digivolves into Cougarmon, adds top security and recovers 1. Passes 2 memory. This is actually dangerous because, as we can see right now, Ray gets to activate the Asuna and now gets to play a Black Gatomon from trash and gets to play an Asuna for free. Now, at 2 start of main, has to trash 1 TS or 3 Musketeers card, thinking of whether he'd like to trash the Talisman, as we see, to gain 1 and draw 1. Gain 1 memory, draw 1 card. But does he go through with the Talisman? Yes or no? Thinking of other cards to probably add to the trash. Decides to go through with the Talisman in the trash. This is looking really spacey right now. Another one, Satellamon is in the trash and gains another card. add another memory. Gets to Evo in the back, puts out a Sparrowmon. Now, the combo here, I believe, is to suspend the Asuna to Digivolve from trash for cost -1. That seems to be the move at this point. And there we go. Yes. Trashes the Redbind trigger to Digivolve into Lady Devimon for cost -1. So Digivolves for 2, gets the draw, and then Lady Devimon's effect triggers, gets to add an option underneath, decides to add the Fly Bullet dual card. This is looking dicey. Trashes it to play Fly Bullet. Oh, thinking. Actually, goes through with it right now. Oh, he does not yet. What? This seems like the most optimal play if he decides to play Fly Bullet to get rid of the board. Because he does have the option to remove, and yes, he does. Passes it at 1. Gets the Redbind trigger loaded onto the there we go. Plays a Redbind trigger. The Tratusmon in the trash. That was an unfortunate recovery one from earlier, and now there goes the Cougarmon. Passes at 1. Ooh, looking really scary. It's a spin phase. Gets the hatch. Draws. Puts 1 card underneath. I mean, the dual tamer, and now Evo's again into a Lilemon in the back, the one that has cost reduce 1 for Digivolution. Evo's for 2. Unfortunately can't trigger the Evo cost reduce in the hatching area, breeding area. So right now it's 0 memory. What's the option here for AndroidPAW? What does he do? Thinking. There has to be a way to get rid of the Beelstarmon. Oh, decides to play the Habakiri to do a -13k. It's an 8k reduction, and if you trash underneath from one of your tamers, gets to do another 5k across the board. So that means it's a 13k reduction. Gets to remove the Beelstarmon, but it feels like a futile effort to do it. Oh, again, there's still that 5,000 DP reduction across the board. Tries to play a Scopemon, but doesn't get to play it because it's under 5k. It is a 4k Digimon. Trying to add another Redbind trigger to potentially OTK next turn, but gets to play a Gatomon instead because it doesn't get deleted by the blanket reduction. Pushing out. Here we go, trashes 1 to gain 1 and draw 1. And this is looking very, very good for Zero Class D. 8 memory for a Beelstar deck. Has all the memory in the world to do whatever combo that he wants to potentially clear out all the security. And there he goes. Adds the Redbind trigger under the Sparrowmon, and that gets him to Evo for cost -2. Now Digivolves into Black Gato for free. Hand looking mighty large for right now for Zero Class D. Activates the Asuna and gets the Evo from trash. And this is gonna be a cost reduced 1 Evo. Trash is the Hurricane Shot. Right now, Zero Class D in prime position. Evo's for 2, gets another draw. Now has to activate a card. Ooh, adds Redbind trigger. Thinking what to do. I think he might want to go for the kill right here. There is opportunity to go into Beelstar X to clear out all the shields, but instead tries to play is playing the a toy Agumon to search. I guess he does not have the Beelstar X at this point. He gets another Hurricane shot onto his hand. This is looking really dangerous right now. Opportunity to sing twice with 2 Digimon on the board. Activates Asuna again. Trash just a Hurricane shot. Digivolves into Beelstarmon for cost -1. Ooh. I think he's playing a bit defensively right now. Potentially scared of like a board wipe on the next turn. Oh, there we go. Trash's top security. There's a final judgment. Really spicy. This could mean that Ray has a chance to board wipe or finish the game, but no, actually plays training. Instead, still tries to search out for the game closer, but instead gets another fly bullet. Oof. This is looking tough. Adds draw 1, hit security, adds Hurricane shot, and trashes the Hurricane shot to gain 1 memory, and then check security, checks into E-Pulse. Now, that's unfortunate, because you can't play another card. Plays a Tomorrow in Kyoshiro. If he just checked into it without adding Hurricane shot, the turn could have passed over. Almost pretty scary for Zero Class E. Decides to check again with the Beelstar. Does he go through with it? Is he thinking? Yes, he does. Checks again. And another Tamer gets checked. Ooh. Prime position, Memory Setter Tomorrow Tenma gets to put AndroidPAW at 3 memory, potentially at 6 memory next turn from the dual Tamers and the E-Pulse. Right now, what does Ray do? He does have the opportunity to pressure or Evo into the Beelstar X if he has it, but no. Looks like he does not. Still thinking, what does he want to do? Does he want to check into security? Does he want to go use another card? Multiple option cards in the trash for AndroidPAW. This is looking really nasty. Yeah, and now right now they're just trying to figure out whether the Tomorrow can see the suspension, but no. There we go. Plays an Asuna instead. Trashes to draw 2. Passes the turn at 3. Oh, wait. Sequencing it correctly. There we get the draw. Oh. Push out, and then start of main phase. So again, guys, draw, pushing out or hatching, start of main phase right after. So there we go. Gain 1. There we go. 6 memory. 3 memory gain from that turn. 2 from the dual Tamers, and 1 draw from the E-Pulse. And now looking really spicy for AndroidPAW. Gets to have the opportunity to Evo into stuff, play more option cards, since the Armalizamon does have the opportunity to reduce option costs for -3 when you trash from a Tamer. So, let's see. What's the move here? Do you Evo? Do you play an option? Potentially a final judgment from trash to Digi, the Beelstar? Oh, Digivolves into Monarch Liza. Thinking? Is that the move? Do you want to do that? It is a very confusing moment right here because you do have all of the options to play. Nope. It commits to the Monarch Lizamon, and now trashes a card from underneath. And here we go. Plays a Lilemon. Looks like this might be a search for a Habagiri to clear the board. Oh, Monarch Liza, Cougar, and E-Pulse. Trying to add 1 yellow, 1 beatbreak card. 1. Thinking E-Pulse does not sound like a good option right here because you do have 3 memory left, and E-Pulse doesn't really net you anything unless you can play another tamer like another Kyoshiro. But there we go. There we go. Swings at security. Evo from hand costs -2. So gets the additional damage. Ooh. Then there's the 2 cards underneath the Tomorrow Tenma from suspend. Whenever a Digimon suspends, your Tomorrow gets to put 2 cards underneath it. Right. So they're talking about whether who gets what's going to happen here. If it's Alliance and the originals, I think the original situation here was supposed to try to check into the Beelstarmon because it is unaffected. You are unaffected by Digimon effects, and you don't get deleted by retaliation. But I think the original declaration here was to swing at security. Discussing right now what to do. Okay. Thinking right now, has the opportunity for counter timing, does have piercing. What does Zero Class D do at this point? Decides to do counter timing, trashes a red bind trigger to delete the Lylemon. Still gets to check for 3 security. And here we go. Right, restands the Atreides-mon. Has to trash from 1 card underneath the Tamer. And there we go, restands. Still at 2 memory. Suspends the Tomorrow again. Tomorrow in kill for another DP boost. And what's the move? Thinking. Can block. Decides to swing for game. And here we go. He decides to block with the Beelstar, but plays on an on-delete effect. I think this might be a good time to play. Ooh, plays a Scopemon. And what gets added underneath? Adds a Hurricane Shot. Ooh, steals 1 memory. What's the move? Plays a Monarch Liza. Trashes 1 card from underneath the Tomorrow and plays the Final Judgment player use. So that's the thing there. Monarch Lizamon, Structure Deck Monarch Lizamon, Structure Deck Murasamemon gets the player use if you get to trash from underneath your Tamer for cost -3. And there we go, swings for game. And you know what, guys? If you enjoy, more of this content right here, more of these battles, feel free to like and subscribe and let me know. And you know what? I'll see you guys in the next few battles. Peace out.